Welcome back to the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity, Season 2. This season, we are expanding the conversation, hearing from mental health experts, professionals from different industries, and people in the sports world about how they take care of their minds, handle challenges, and build the mindset to thrive both on the job and in life. So, grab a coffee, get comfy, tune in, get inspired, and let's dive into some fascinating conversations. Remember, your mind is super powerful, and with the right tools and knowledge, you can master your mental playbook. And while you're doing that, take care of you. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity. It is the end of July, last Friday, the last day of the month, July 31st. Last Friday of the month. The summer has gone by so fast so far. And I mean, I've been to Toronto for a Blue Jays weekend and Ottawa stayed in Ottawa.
Yeah.
I live 15 minutes from there, but Ottawa for a Red Blacks weekend and Tremblant for a girls weekend and staff pool party and grandkids. So it's been a full July, but it's gone really, really fast.
No, I know, it's crazy.
And I know we say that every single year, but yeah. Anyway, so with it being the last Friday of the month, it is Q&A with me, and as did Lily. I don't know any of the questions she's going to ask, and they're not, I don't normally know the questions, but I know the theme. This time, Q&As are kind of personal and professional, and Danica just told me that she has a theme to the questions. So I'm curious and a little scared.
I don't think it's that scary, but...
All right. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So this Q&A is inspired by one question that Lily asked you a while ago.
Oh, okay.
And I remember listening to the podcast and I was like, not that I wasn't listening well, but Lily asked it and I was like, and then I really listened really good after that.
Okay.
And the question that she asked you was about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's.
Oh,
it's not Taylor Swift theme.
That's why you went, because you're a Swiftie.
No, but it's just
you're going to get me canceled if you ask about it. Okay.
No, it's not Taylor Swift theme. We're not doing a Taylor Swift theme podcast. Okay. But we're going to do pop culture and psychology.
Okay. And it's not that I hate Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Don't hate Travis Kelce. I'm not into all of the stuff, right? But anyway, okay.
So some of it's just pop culture, your own takes, and some is psychology related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope I pass. Okay.
It's not a quiz. Okay.
It is. Okay.
No. So segment 1, warm up.
Yep.
What's one celebrity you think you'd genuinely be friends with in real life?
Sandra Bullock.
Really?
I love Sandra Bullock. I don't know. I mean, I know it is what we see in front of the camera, but she just seems so genuine.
Yeah.
Down to earth. And I think her partner died of ALS a couple of years ago, and she was this caregiver. I'm sure she had staff too, but as we all know, my mom died, your grandma died of ALS, and we were her caregivers. And I don't know. I think ALS isn't like cancer, heart disease, stuff like that. It's more popular than it was, unfortunately. But I don't know. She's always been one of my favorite actresses, and any interviews or anything like that, she's just seemed pretty down to earth, funny. And I mean, she had a public, her husband, Jesse James or whatever, cheated on her, Kat Von D and all of that. I don't know. I think it was Kat Von D. I don't know. Anyway, I just remember right after she won Grammy for The Blind Side, and he's there cheering her on. Meanwhile, he's cheating on her, and it all came out right after that. It was horrible. And I know she has publicists and everything, but she just seemed to, she shields her kids. I don't know. I just think that, I think we could be friends.
Cool. I like that. Okay. So if you could be the therapist for any fictional TV character, who would you choose?
Oh, I don't watch TV.
Well, I know, but you used to.
I used to watch TV. watched the whole thing of The Sopranos because I love mobster type shows and stuff, and I loved The Sopranos, Tony Soprano. But I don't know if you watched it, but for anyone who watched it, you know what happened between him and his therapist, so I'm not even going to go there. That would never happen, but I think that the Gilmore Girls was always a really good, I love that. And actually, when my hair was darker and I wore it curly more often, like back when Gilmore Girls was first, I have blue eyes and dark hair, and so I was often told that I look like Lorelai Gilmore. So I think that let's use her. I would like to therapize her. She has a lot of childhood wounds and abandonment issues. So yeah, is that just the question? Who I'd like to therapize? Therapize is my word, but yeah, I'd like to. I could work with her. I could do, and she's actually. It was between her and Sandra Bullock. Well, Sandra Bullock came out because she is my. But, I was also thinking of her too. I think we could be friends. But yeah.
Cool. Okay, so if someone looked at your Apple Music lately, what song would surprise them the most?
Well, you added most of the songs to my Apple Music because we use it at the office too. So the office playlist, but then it's attached, the iPad and my phone. So some of the songs actually that come up, I'm like, what is this and how did it get here? So I'm surprised with some of the songs that come up. So I think that, I mean, I don't even know the names of some of them, might be surprised, but my playlist, as you know, is every genre. Oh, not every genre. I don't have like Christian and stuff like that, but I've got some John Prine and I've got some 80s music and I've got Taylor Swift because of you, and I have Celine Dion, and I have a lot of Morgan Wallen and a lot of Pink and a lot of Posty and a lot of country. So I don't know one song that would be...
But just the playlist in general?
The playlist in general, because...
It's like the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Everything's in there.
Yes. Yeah. Every single thing is in there. And then my friend Shelley, she'll see a song on TikTok, like, they're attached to some of the things. And then she looks it up and then she sends it to me and I'm like, oh, that's a good one. So then I, a lot of... I just totally had a brain cramp. Luke Combs.
Oh, Luke Combs.
She sent me a lot of Luke Combs lately. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, last question for the warm-up.
Okay.
If Hollywood made a movie about your life, who would you want to play you?
Lorelai Gilmore.
Lauren Graham.
Lauren Graham.
Yeah.
I'd want her to play me.
Cool. All right. So segment...
Or Sandra Bullock.
Or Sandra Bullock, Okay, so segment 2, this is first half, listener questions. Okay. So I feel like everyone is expected to have a side hustle now. Why do I feel guilty relaxing?
Because everyone is expected to have a side hustle. I talk a lot about societal expectations and social media, and we all see social media. So we see people with side hustles because they post the success on social media. They don't post all of like how tired they are. They don't post the hard parts. They post when they're rocking it or making it look like they're rocking. I'm doing finger quotes for those on Spotify. I do that all the time and then I remember, oops, so not everyone watches it, but and they're not always rocking it. And so then if we just want downtime, if we don't want to do all those things, it's funny because I was just thinking about this morning because Ali and I, she runs Dalgity Resilience, I run Dalgity Counseling and Psychotherapy under the Dalgity Wellness umbrella, and different jobs, and her hours are different than mine, and so she has time to work on these things, the side hustles that we're doing, the side streams of our business. And I was thinking this morning, she's so much further ahead in all of this than me, and then I was like, okay, but she has the time right now to do it. But then I was thinking, I have all these ideas, I want to do all these things, and then my brain goes to, why? Why do you have to? Well, it is something I want to do. I'm just, but I'm tired right now. So I'm like, why?
Yeah, you don't have to do all at once.
Why do I have to do it? That's right.
Yeah.
And so yesterday her and I were talking about it, and I said, well, I'm not doing any of that stuff till at least the fall.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it on my plate because I keep saying, oh yeah, I'll have it done by here. And then I'm like, but I also have all this other stuff. So I think it's a lot of it's the expectations that we put on ourselves because of what we see other people doing.
Yeah.
And society nowadays, there's a saying that we used to always say, keeping up with the Joneses, right? Like, and I think society nowadays, it's almost like this collective competitiveness that we have to like, oh, they're doing it, so I should do it, and I should do it better, and I should, and it's, yeah, I think that we put so much pressure on ourselves because of the pressure society puts. So if you don't want to do something, that's okay.
Yeah.
Not every life is equal, right? Like, what I mean by that is not every lifestyle.
Yeah.
Not every, because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean, because you may have other things going on that person doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. I get attached to celebrities and influencers I've never met. Is that weird?
No. It's not healthy. It's not weird, again, because of the society we live in.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing my videos, let's say, right, my emotional truth ones and stuff, I'm looking at the camera and I'm saying something like, you don't owe your story to anyone.
Yeah.
Even if they ask for it. And I'm looking at the camera saying that to the person. Some people, especially if their bucket isn't full with other things, can see me talking to them all the time and feel that connection and think that we're friends, right? There could be some mental illness attached to that too, or mental health issues. I've seen many influencers, their videos will come up on my screen, and some of them are very angry, and they're saying, I am not dating you. I don't want to be with you. I can't believe I have to say this. But they're the ones that, like, there's two men in particular, and one says these quotes that are very heartfelt, and he always says, hi, sweetheart. Yeah, before he starts it. And there's another one that says, hey, baby girl, like that before he starts it. And then there's another one that is, it gives relationship advice based on his own experience and stuff. And so I think that if somebody is very lonely, craving that attention or craving that connection, and they're watching these videos all the time, I think that your brain can trick you.
Yeah.
But I also think that's unhealthy, and I think that that's a mental health issue, that you can't see the separation. But if somebody's talking to you, like if they're filling that need and they're saying all the stuff that maybe you never heard in your life, you never got from anyone else, or you were in a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship, or you grew up narcissistic parents or emotionally unavailable parents, all of those things, and then you have someone looking at you saying that, the brain has a hard time distinguishing. So I think that if that's happening, you really need to seek help.
Yeah. I see people in comments sometimes, like it'll be a celebrity doing something. Like I saw one this morning, it was Ariana Grande like singing a song, and she was like tearing up while singing it, and someone in the comments was like, I feel so parasocial towards her. Like, do you think that's different, where they're like aware of it, or like...
Yeah. Like I'll see a video and I'll be like, exactly, you know, like I'll, if they're giving, like they're talking about something with a relationship, or somebody who's emotionally unavailable, or something that you've gone through or that I've gone through, and then I'm like, true story, exactly. And so there's that like connection, but I'm mentally healthy enough to know. It sounds like that person they're feeling it.
Yeah, like
but
I
they
often
know
do that too. Like if I see a celebrity crying, I'll start to tear up, and I'm like, wait a second, I don't even know you. For sure.
I saw a video this morning, and it was a mother and father and sister, daughter. Their son it was in England, and their son was killed in December, and they were describing what happened to him, like in the sense that the police didn't, I think it was England, the police didn't believe, he said I've been stabbed and everything, and the guy who did it was saying no, he hasn't, and they believed him, and threw him on the ground and handcuffed him, and he died because
Wow.
he had been stabbed,
Yeah.
4 times. And the dad's describing it, and when the dad's describing it, the mother just starts crying, and I'm like, as a mother, thinking, and I start crying, and I have empathy, and I can feel her pain, but that doesn't mean that I think I'm going through that pain.
Yeah.
Just like, you can tear up, that's empathy. But
Okay.
to think that they're talking directly to you specifically, and that you're dating, and that really happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, so there's like a difference. Like there's a line in the middle between like you need help versus you just are
100%.
feeling human emotion. Okay.
100%. And you really, if you do start feeling that, you really need to take that step back and ask, what are you missing in your life?
Yeah.
Right? Like that doesn't mean if you're missing that romantic connection to go and just find somebody, but do that work, right? What is not aligning in your life that you think that these influencers who have, 1 million viewers or subscribers or whatever are followers, not viewers. I was trying to think of what it was called. 1 million followers are speaking just to you.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we talked about this before, but I would like you to expand on it. Why do I care so much if someone leaves me on red but still watches my Instagram stories?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Again, it goes back to society and what we see as, That's actually a little more complex, right? Because, that's complex. Okay, so if you are texting with somebody and they're on social media, you know that they have seen, most likely, your text, and it's not because they're busy. And so right away, and then this is when society, right away because of the society that we live in that says, don't double text and we need to have this instant gratification, we say, they're completely ignoring us.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get text messages sometimes I answer them in my head. And then I'm like, oh crap, I didn't answer that. But also, sometimes in between clients, I look quickly and I might get a couple of text messages and I don't reply to them because I have another client coming in. And then on my lunch, I open up my social media and I'm probably at first looking at all of our content and seeing, doing our analysis and stuff like that. And it's half an hour in and I'm like, oh yeah, there was that text.
Yeah.
I'm not ignoring that person. I'm not like, ooh, I don't want to talk to them. I have ADHD for one.
Yeah.
The other thing is I am busy and me looking at that social media is work. But then sometimes I get into my own TikTok then or something, right? And I'm scrolling. So I think that, there are those ones that are breadcrumbing you and that kind of thing. And they saw it, but they don't want to answer, or they're talking to different people or whatever. But there's more than, you need to look at the whole picture of that and their behavior, but also don't jump to the conclusion right away that they're ignoring you and don't want to talk to you, and they are talking to multiple people, because I can guarantee you I'm not talking to anybody.
No.
But I am busy and I get a bunch of text messages and I don't always answer them right away, but I may log on to social media. I may just need I can't believe I'm saying this, but like a brain break and go on social media, which isn't a brain break.
No.
But sometimes it is, right? Because I watch funny videos too. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I asked that question because you said it's happened in session, people have ended friendships and relationships over it. It's that intense 100%. For some people.
Yeah. And again, if you look at the whole thing, right? If somebody's constantly doing that to you, then that's not cool. They're not a good friend or partner or whatever. If it's now and then, you know?
Yeah.
But also I think we have to look at ourselves too, and how much value are we putting on a text message?
Yeah.
If you're ending friendships or relationships because of that, if it's not a toxic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we put so much value. I mean, we've talked about, you know, the double texting and no, they haven't texted me in 3 hours. Okay, but they've been in meet. Like I'm in session for 3 hours, and then I might have a break.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so I think that there's so much work that has to be done around the whole texting dynamic and the whole, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we put too much. I want to go back like our Gen X, Gen Z podcast when I said when I was growing up, and none of that happened because we didn't have texting.
No, I know.
And you knew you weren't going to talk to your boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, whatever, until you were at home.
Yeah.
Or at a payphone.
At a payphone. Yeah. Okay. Why do people feel the need to leave hateful comments online when they would never say those things in person?
Because they're keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to face the person.
Yeah.
You don't have to see the person's hurt. You don't have to. Now on Facebook and stuff, they have anonymous. So, you know, you can be a horrible person. You can say all the things you never would to their face because you don't have to see their face. And you can go as far as they don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Which makes it even worse. I think I always have this thing, not that I'm not a mean person and I would never trash somebody online. It's just not who I am anyway, but I always have a rule, even when, you know, sometimes on Facebook or social media, when you have, like on Facebook, I'm not on Facebook that often anymore, but when I was, and it was like, you'd be on this Facebook group that was one for the town I live in, and it was friends of, and it was anything but friendly.
Yeah.
And they would trash, and then my brother was running for municipal councillor, and people would trash him on that. And I'd just be like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
And I wanted to say something, but I'm not going to fuel somebody's hate by saying anything. And I'm a psychotherapist and I own a business. So I always had this rule, don't say anything online that I wouldn't say to someone's face.
Yeah.
Right? And there was a lot of times, I wish the person was in front of me, when they were trashing my brother for stuff that they knew nothing about.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to, Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high, right? And it's not that I think like I'm, you know, taking the high road, but I am.
Yeah.
Because it's not who I am and I'm not getting into that crap. But yeah, people do it because they're not held accountable.
Yeah.
And yeah, nowadays more so they might be if they're not anonymous because, well, you see all the posts of the Karens out there that, I had a Karen the other day. Did I tell you that yesterday? An older Karen that told me how I was, she said it to my face.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything horrible, but it was basically how and I actually thought, because I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, no, you didn't. But just, my grandson was riding his bike on the path by the water by my house with me and my granddaughter, and was up ahead of me. I could see him. It was a path, and he had parts that he had to stop. And I saw her talking to him, and I was like, what? He's 5, right? Well, almost 6. And then he stopped where he was supposed to stop. And then she got to me and she said, I just told that young man, that she was an older lady, and she's like, I just told that young man that that he should not get so far ahead from his mother, and that he should turn around and go back, and that it's not safe for him to be riding that far ahead. And so I was, in my head, I was like, oh, lady. Anyway, I just said, said, well, actually, I'm his grandmother, not his mother. So I've done this before.
Yeah.
And he knows how far he's allowed to go, and I could see him just fine, but thank you for your concern. And I was like, whereas online, right, she may have said something worse or not, and I may have said, you know what, lady? I wouldn't, but if that was somebody that I was, I would call her names. Nowadays, I would pull up my phone to record her so that she would, I didn't. And then she just, I'm sorry, what she focused on was that she called me his mother and not his grandmother. Anyway, I said, we're good. We're having fun. We're good, right? But I think that people get, well, nowadays too, if someone says something online, they often lose their job. They lose because everything goes viral.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, cancel culture for sure. And for some, I think, yeah, you should. Maybe not to the extent that they do it, but yeah, I think there's no accountability. They're cowards. If you're going to hurt somebody behind a phone or a computer screen, you're a coward.
No, I know. What, like, because I, like, never can imagine myself taking the time out of my day to purposely make someone feel bad about themselves. Like, what makes someone be like, yes, this is something that I'm going to do with the intent to hurt someone? Like, why does someone think that way?
Hurt people, right? So they could be somebody that has been hurt. They could be narcissistic, so sociopathic. So they don't have a conscience. Narcissistic, lack empathy, and think that they're better, and they owe it to them to tell them what, how horrible they are. It could be mental illness. I hate to say this, but sometimes sometimes it's what people go through, but there's some bad people out there. But I also think that, you're a good person and you would never do that, hurt somebody intentionally. But I also think that society today is very desensitized. So desensitized. We don't see people as people anymore. And it's because of the screens, right? Because we're behind the screens, because we're not seeing the hurt on people's faces. And like, if I was standing in front of somebody and said to them, or if the people that are doing it, and said to them what they say online, you would see the tears, you would see the anguish, you would see all that. I would hope that you would feel something, but you might not. We see all those videos of people that are hurt, and like the social experiments they do. And so they're not actually hurt, but or I saw one where the guy was missing a leg and was on crutches and dropped something. He was trying to use his crutch to get it, and it was a social experiment, but nobody would help him. They all walked past him and like stopped and looked to see and I was like, what is happening? Right? So I think there's a lot of that. I think it's desensitization. I think that you hide behind phones. I think there's mental illness. Could be abuse. There could be, narcissism, sociopathic behavior. So many things. I don't know, but there's, I do know, but I don't know. Like, what I mean by I don't know is like, I don't know what is happening to our society. I could never intentionally be cruel to anyone.
That's what I mean. I just can't like imagine someone doing that on purpose.
I kind of have the philosophy too that if I don't like something that someone's posted, I'll just scroll by.
Exactly. No one's forcing you to sit there and watch it.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we're on our halftime segment. These are your Hollywood hot takes. Okay, so what's one thing Hollywood glamorizes that isn't actually healthy?
I think that Hollywood glamorizes weight loss and like uber thin, and especially now. And I don't know if I said this on a podcast before or if we were just talking about it. Like whether it was us or I don't know. I just had this discussion not that long ago. But like you look at some of the celebrities and they don't even look like themselves anymore. And they're so thin that they look like skeletal. Is that how you say it? Skeletal. And then that's what young girls are looking to. Like, I'm not going to name them.
No.
Well, they're celebrities. I guess I could. But
Yeah.
like Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande. She doesn't even look like herself anymore. Olivia Wilde. There were some pictures of her.
Demi Moore.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
They don't even, they don't look healthy. And it's not like, oh my God, like how people are like, you know, body image shaming and stuff. It worries me.
Yeah.
It worries me that women are looking to them, and it glamorizes it.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of people saying, like, what is happening? But it's not new.
Yeah.
That is? Well, it's not, though. It's not, though. Like, I remember, you know, some, like, Twiggy was a model, I think before my time even,
Yeah.
or I was a kid or something, who was super thin.
In the 90s, they had heroin chic,
Yes.
like Kate Moss.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think that is something that they glamorize more
Yeah.
than anything that is not helpful. It's dangerous.
No, I agree. Okay. Which celebrity gets unfairly judged?
Celebrity gets unfairly judged.
Like, is there anyone who's been canceled recently and you're like, okay, like, come on.
I don't follow a lot of that.
Without getting yourself canceled.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't follow a lot of that stuff.
No.
Are you thinking of someone?
Well, like, I don't know. I'm thinking of people who've been canceled recently, and I'm thinking of, like, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds,
Oh.
Justin Baldoni, like, that whole thing.
Oh. Ugh. That took up way too much
I know.
energy of people. And like so many people are invested in that. I don't buy into any of that stuff.
No.
I think that Justin Baldoni, I think that Ryan Reynolds is Canadian and he was one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing was just ridiculous. In the sense, it was such a good movie. And it got ruined, and all I could think of was like, oh, now the part 2 won't come out.
Yeah.
I do think that Justin Baldoni, I mean, he proved a lot of the stuff wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that right away, I do, yeah. So right away, okay, whether people like this or not, and I get canceled because of it, obviously sexual assault, sexual harassment of women and stuff, obviously I don't.
Yeah.
However, that being said, because somebody says something and then right away his production or
Publicist,
like so many people just canceled him and you know, let him go and everything before he had a chance to say, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Right? I don't agree with that. Obviously, I think that we need to take women seriously when they say these things, but to right away fire him, cancel him, before because this just, like, he had receipts for a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
And then it just blew out. But I do, like, that was just, every time I open up social media, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm sorry, but I don't care that they have to keep dragging this through and doing, because then I think it became like a pissing match, right? It was like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to take this on you and I'm going to do this. And
No, I know.
There's people with really serious problems. And if what she said was 100% true and she was treated that way and that happened to her, then okay. And he should be, you know, in trouble for that.
Yeah.
but once receipts started to come out, and then it was like bring Taylor Swift into it, and then it was bring this, and then it was, and every time I opened up, someone else was talking about it and reading all of the court documents. Like some people had thousands of court documents and they were reading them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm old too. I'm not into all that stuff, but
I knew it was going down when Taylor Swift didn't invite Blake to her wedding. I was like, whoa, okay, something must have really happened there.
yeah, they go from like
Best friends.
Super Bowl, like
Yeah, she's like their children's godmother.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. So, that's probably saying something that she wasn't at their wedding.
yes.
Just gonna say that.
But they also had said, like she said that Taylor said stuff that she didn't or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. As soon as I started seeing that stuff, I was like, scroll. See? When I don't
Exactly, just scroll.
Scroll.
Just scroll.
So I think, yeah, Justin Baldoni, I think he was unjustly
Yeah.
canceled. But then not. But
Yeah.
other I'm not, I don't really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go to the next question, which is also about a celebrity, so we'll see if you have something for this.
I'm not really into all that stuff. Okay.
What's one piece of celebrity advice that you've actually liked? Well, your Michelle Obama quote.
Yes, my Michelle Obama quote, and Eleanor Roosevelt quote, when she said, "Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent.
Yeah.
Don't give them your consent." I don't, other than stuff like that, I don't really, like I said, I don't really watch TV.
Yeah, but even like athletes, like professional athlete maybe, because they're considered celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I do, when Linus Ullmark was going through all that with his mental health and stuff this winter, goalie for the Ottawa Senators, and when I was reading some of the stuff that he said, you know, about what happened to him, how everyone turned in that he was cheating on his wife and she found out and went through the team and all of that, when he's already struggling, and when he started talking to the press and said, you know, this isn't anything to be ashamed of, and really, that impressed me. That really sat with me. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that, other than those kinds of things.
Yeah.
I kind of look for things where they kind of like are like real people.
Yeah.
And yeah. I might think of something after, but I can't think of anything right now that's really like
prominent to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you? Is there something you were thinking?
No.
No.
I was just curious if you had anything that's like stuck with you.
Yeah. No. I kind of, I think that celebrities, I'm not dissing celebrities, we make them celebrities, but I also think that they don't always have an accurate perception of, you know.
Which is true.
Because they're living their multi-million-dollar lifestyles, and it doesn't mean they don't have problems, and it doesn't mean they're not human, and they don't. And a lot of their problems turn into because of celebrity and getting tied up in all of that stuff that we don't need to get into. But yeah, I just think it comes through a different lens than what my lens would be.
Okay. So last question for halftime here. If everyone unfollowed one type of account today, what should it be?
You're asking me hard freaking questions.
Okay, well, the first thing that came to my mind were like drama accounts.
Oh.
Like accounts that purposely
cause drama.
Will be like, I saw this celebrity out with this person, like trying to like expose people.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, those, yes, we should unfollow those. I think that we should unfollow, well, I think any drama account, not just
Yeah.
celebrities, but like the Karens out there that,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, sometimes when I watch Karen, like people that are videoing Karens,
Yeah.
Karens, finger quote, I laugh because I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me right now? I could never be a Karen.
No.
But the ones that get on there and just start trashing other people,
Yeah.
I think we need to unfollow them. There was that influencer, James Charles.
James Charles. I know James Charles, yeah.
Is that the one who the woman reached out to him?
Yes, and
He
asked him
does
for
the
money.
makeup and
Yes, and
stuff.
asked him for money.
And he was so,
rude.
I think he needs to be unfollowed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people called him out on it,
Yeah.
and they were saying like, you know, how do you think you got your money?
Yeah.
And yeah, stuff like that. When you intentionally, you are an influencer and you became rich off of this platform, and then a woman who is in desperate need reaches out to you and you put her picture, and
Yeah.
did he put her picture?
I don't know.
She
I know
came on then.
Yeah.
And said, you know, it was me or something, but he like said her name,
Yeah.
and he totally humiliated her and everything. Gone.
No, I know. I agree.
No time for that stuff.
No.
Anything like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I'm like,
Just unfollow them.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move on to our second half, which is our listener story. Okay. So I feel like everyone online has this exciting life. They're always traveling, going to concerts, trying new restaurants, or doing something that's worth posting. My life is pretty simple. I work, spend time with family, watch TV, and relax. I actually enjoy it, but sometimes I worry that I'm boring because my life doesn't look exciting online. Why do I feel like I need that life that other people would approve of instead of just enjoying the one that I have?
His or her life sounds amazing.
Yeah. Sounds like our life.
Yeah. And yeah, I've done a lot this summer, but I didn't post it online.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, other than the Blue Jays game, but that was part of my self-care video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it all goes back again to how we see our lives and what they should be like and how they are and everything based on what we see on social media. If we didn't have social media, we wouldn't see people doing all these things and we'd think our life was fine.
Yeah.
Right? I think that there are times that I'm like, oh, I don't have to do anything
Yeah.
this weekend, and I'm going to sit in my backyard, or I'm going to go to the pool, and I'm, you know,
Yeah.
I think that, again, I think that if we didn't, like I just said, if we didn't have social media, you wouldn't know that that was right or wrong. I mean, it isn't right or wrong, but you wouldn't feel anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may hear people talking about it, but I think we have to take that step back and look at what fulfills me, fulfills me.
Yeah.
What do I align with? There are some people whose social battery drains quickly.
Yeah.
Right? I can take so much, but then I need a day or two to not talk to anyone and be by myself.
Yeah.
What makes you happy? If you wish you could be doing that stuff and you just don't, you have social anxiety, or you don't have the friendships to do it, or okay, then let's look at that. But we have to stop assessing and valuing our lives based on what other people are doing.
Yeah.
We are not the same, and we need to figure out what we align with and just stick with it.
Yeah. How can you become more confident in living, quote, an ordinary life?
Confidence is also about being afraid but doing it anyway, right? And so I think that if you are sitting at home and you are happy with that,
Yeah.
if you are sitting in, like for me, for instance, I can sit in my backyard
Yeah.
with a glass of wine or a glass of coffee even, with my fire table going by myself, not talking to anyone,
Yeah.
and I am quite happy.
Yeah.
And I can sit with 3 of my friends back there with my fire going, and I am quite happy,
Yeah.
right? I think that if we start looking at what makes us happy, I don't care what anyone else thinks about my life, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't care if somebody says, oh, you need to be around people. No way, I don't like that. Or, oh, you have to be by yourself. No, I have to be around. Okay.
Yeah, just
Right?
do what works for you.
Absolutely. I have friends that are married, and when their husbands go away, they have a hard time being alone. I don't judge them for that. That's not what they're used to.
Yeah.
I think that I think that when you can get to a point in your life where you do you and you don't care if people don't like
Yeah.
or say, oh, how can you be alone? How can you not go to all the parties? How can you, and you're like, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Or why do you have to go out all the time? Because I want to.
Yeah.
I think that then we gain confidence, right? Because confidence isn't always in the results and everything. Confidence is in the preparation. It's in the mindset that you have.
Yeah.
I'm confident in my life.
Yeah.
Whether I am sitting alone or I'm with my friends, I'm going to do what I feel good about. That builds confidence in that.
I think that social media has definitely like created a pressure for people to try to be interesting when it's like, I'm confident being by myself and like watching TV by myself, but like someone else might be confident doing that too, but be like, oh no, I gotta do something that would
That's
like
right.
appease the people on social media. Like
100%. And the thing is, you know, especially your generation, but I see it in my generation too.
Yeah.
You grew up with likes and
Yeah.
comments and as validation.
Yeah.
And so if you're at home alone, what are you going to post that's going to like give you likes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting that external validation. So that's why I've talked in podcasts before. We really need to build that internal validation.
Yeah.
I'm okay just who I am. And if
Yeah.
you don't like it, or you don't like what I do, or you don't like me,
Yeah.
okay.
Too bad. It's me.
I'm fine with me.
Yeah.
And the people, my tribe,
Yeah.
my girlfriends, and I have male friends too, and my family, my work family.
Yeah.
I'm good with what they think about me. Well, even what they think about me doesn't always matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go into overtime now.
Okay.
So what's your take on
Second
celebrity?
half was fast.
Well, it's just a listener story.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Overtime.
Overtime. Okay, so what's your take on celebrities announcing their breakups on social media? Healthy transparency or something that should stay private?
I'm kind of in between with that because what people don't know, they make up. And some of these celebrities have kids. And I saw a video. I don't know who it was now. And they were saying that, oh, I know, it was a soap opera. And it wasn't a video, it was like my Google does like, my Google app on my phone will do breaking news kind of stuff.
Okay.
But it's not all that breaking news.
No.
But anyway, and so she took some time off, and she had been dating one of the actors on the soap too, and their daughter's now 12 years old, and now they're going through some stuff. And she came on and said, this is what's happening. They split up when she was young, and he's
Okay.
remarried with kids, but our daughter is 12 years old now and can Google her name and see this stuff. Please be kind.
Yeah.
So I think that for that transparency, that wise, saying, you know, this is what the truth is. But then my other side of it is kind of what I said, like celebrities, but they're still people.
Yeah.
And so the other side of it is let them have the privacy.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know those celebrities that meet someone and they're married to them 3 weeks later, and then they're divorced, and then they're married to someone else.
Yeah.
Don't have time for that nonsense.
Yeah.
But like that social media stuff, because that to me is, yeah. But for these ones that, you know, they also deserve their privacy. Think about if you've divorced or something and have kids, how hard it is, and then you're doing it in the public eye with people commenting on what they should and shouldn't be doing and all that. Yeah. So I'm kind of in between.
In between. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's like your average couple's not going to post, hey, we broke up, like on their Instagram story.
Right.
It's like everyone's gonna be like, okay, like,
yeah. And there are some, like, some of the ones where there's no kids involved, and they're just like,
okay,
yeah, because I don't care.
You're like, oh, okay, I guess
You were dating for a month.
Yeah.
Not always, but yeah. I think some of it's just for publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Taylor Swift writes about relationships and heartbreak more openly than almost any other artist. Do you think writing things down is genuinely therapeutic, or can it sometimes keep people stuck?
No, I think writing things down is absolutely therapeutic.
Yeah.
I get clients to journal all the time. Taylor Swift just has a knack for doing it in a way that she's a billionaire because of it, right? And so I think it's part of her therapy, but also she monetizes it, and that's her. Hey, you know, she's become a billionaire because of it. But I do think it's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
For her, she doesn't name the men, but then everyone's like, "Ooh, it's this guy, and it's this guy, and it's this guy." I guess don't do Taylor Swift dirty, and you won't get put in a song. But no, I think that writing is very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Writing it out. I get clients to all the time. I get them to write undeliverable letters, and I do them sometimes if I'm really stuck with someone, but I know that if I say anything, it's just going to make it worse. And so because of who the person is, not because I'm afraid to say it. And so I do an undeliverable letter. I did undeliverable letters, you know, after with my ex-husband, after the narcissism and stuff. And I get clients like, get it all out. You yell at them, you call them whatever you want, you tell them this is what you did to me, this is how you treated me, and then at the end of the letter you empower yourself. But you know what, I'm strong and I'm going to be okay. And it's not about we need to be strong, it's I am strong. And I am smart, and I have been through a lot, and so you empower yourself that way at the end of it. If it's an undeliverable, obviously if you've lost somebody to death and it's undeliverable letter, then it's like, you know, you empower yourself in a way that you will get through the grief. So, 100%. I think that, I say 100% a lot. 100%, I think that writing things down.
Just a question, but like in therapy, like, do you read their letter or do they keep it to themselves?
It's up to them.
Okay.
I tell them I don't have to read it. If they want me to read it, usually I don't. Usually they don't bring it.
Okay.
Some do. I often get them to like light it on fire afterwards to release it. I prefer to, like, I'll do it in my sink or something with water, and I just prefer, because it just feels like it's just like. But some choose to bring it in. Some ask me if I'll read it, and absolutely. Some do it on their phones. I prefer, and I try to get clients to write it, because that's therapeutic as opposed to like typing it out on your phone. But yeah, it's totally up to the client.
Okay, I was just curious. Okay. So, reality dating shows seem to reward drama over healthy communication. Do you think watching those kinds of relationships affects what people expect in real life? You know
how I feel about those online
Love Island?
those reality dating, Love Island and Bachelorette and everything. Sorry, I kind of blacked out when you started talking about them. Because you know.
I know.
That's why you asked me this question.
Sure
right?
is.
Gives me a headache just thinking about it. I think they're ridiculous. cancel me. I don't care. Sorry, what was the question though?
So they reward drama over healthy communication.
100%.
And do you think that watching those kinds of relationships affects what people expect in real life? Yeah.
Some people.
Yeah.
I think that some people think that The Bachelorette, and The Bachelor, there's 25 women all dating the same guy, looking for the love of their life in front of cameras, and drama set up.
Yeah.
Not all that drama just happens. Set up, and they're crying because he's out on a date with someone and he's cheating, finger quote again, cheating on her. And I watched it once or twice. I'm like, that is not real.
Yeah.
But then you see like Love Island. I've never watched it.
Have you seen clips though?
I've seen clips on TikTok. You know that. I've seen clips, and I'm just like, what? But then they see this drama, and then he chooses her, right? And so then I think that people can watch that and say, you know, I'll get chosen. Even when bad things happen, I'll get chosen. Which, okay, I think we all hope that. But that is not real. That another finger quote, that reality TV is not real.
Yeah.
It is scripted, and it is, some of it might be real, but it's not real.
Okay, ASMR.
What?
ASMR.
What?
You don't know what ASMR is?
No.
Some people like whisper into the mics and like do all the like the relaxing sounds. Like,
Oh.
yeah. Just have the headphones on, so it sounded kind of like, oh.
They sounded kind of evil and creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think so many child stars struggle when they become adults?
Oh, because they never were children. They didn't get to be children. Drew Barrymore was drinking and stuff at 8 or something like that, and doing drugs by the time she was 10. Being allowed to go into clubs at 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Really? That was that timeline too.
Yeah.
A lot happened. But because they're subjected to things that no child should be subjected to. Justin Bieber. We're not going to get into all of that.
No.
But they don't have a normal childhood.
Yeah.
They are given this... They're thrust into an adult world with an underdeveloped brain. And they're given this, you know, they're put on a pedestal, or they're treated like they're 30 and they're 5, 10, right? So most of them struggle.
Yeah.
Into adulthood when their brain's fully developed. A lot of them have been sexualized and abused. And I think that, more and more we hear that coming out now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were saying it for years and were dismissed, and now, you know, so I there's so many things that impact that. It's abusive.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying because they're a child star they're abused, but we hear it more than we don't. And I, even if the ones that haven't been abused, they're still thrust into an adult world. And if their parents aren't strong advocates, and, you know, I think that if a parent is a strong advocate, but are they going to school normally? Are they, no, they're not even going to college normally, or.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Last question. If someone told you tomorrow that you could become world famous, but you would lose all your privacy, would you recommend it from a mental health perspective?
No.
No? Do you want to expand, or just no?
I don't ever want to lose my privacy.
Yeah.
No, I think that is so intrusive. And I'm out here on this, and I'm, you know, I'm mostly open with people that are close to me, but I'm not, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think things no, I don't ever want to lose my pride. I don't ever want to be thrust into that.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm world famous either,
Yeah.
but for this kind of stuff, I would love to someday do TED Talks or be on a stage and teaching people and stuff like that. Would I like to be a Mel Robbins? I don't want to be Mel Robbins, but a Mel Robbins kind of thing. Of course, someday. But I don't ever want to lose my privacy either. I think I would be I wouldn't be like, I don't put everything of my life on social media, and I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thank you.
All right, well, that's it from me.
All right. Wow. She stumped me much harder than Lily
Sorry.
ever did, but that was cool. That was fun. All right, so going into August, we're going to have some more podcasts coming up, some short ones and some longer ones. We have some ideas that we're working on, and we'll do another Q&A. It'll be at the end of August, so I hope it doesn't come too fast. But and then Danica will be off to school again. So, okay. So thanks for joining us. This was fun. And until I see you again, take care of you. That's it for today's episode of the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity. Remember, the work doesn't end when the episode does. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of these conversations. If you're enjoying the podcast, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. It helps us grow and reach more people who might need this too. And don't forget, take care of you.